children of the night, and welcome to Terror Nights with the Hanged Empress. Here we do shadow work following the moon.
Yo, VI, play the beat.
Well, hey there, kids. It's the Cancer full moon, and it is vast. Just a vast ocean. So deep, so wide, so many messages already coming through, and so strongly and so encouragingly. It's really neat. Yeah, so overall, powerful themes before we even get started. Huey Lewis and the News, The Power of Love. That song, which is funny because a few episodes ago we were referring to the Back to the Future movies, and I wasn't sure why that came up, but that is a song that was in the Back to the Future movies. I think that's probably where I first heard it and discovered that Huey Lewis and the News was a band, and they're pretty cool. They're pretty cool, actually. They do a lot of good stuff. They've got some good songs, some good vibes, some just real clean and moving music. And I think that is the central theme for this Cancer full moon. It's all about getting clean. It's all about the vast and beautiful and bold expression of something that is pure and washed. Because the other theme that's coming in is the bath. This is a perfect opportunity to take a full moon bath. And this bath, actually, though most times I would recommend salt, this particular Cancer moon has been calling to me with bubbles. Bubbles and stones. You can't add salt to your bath when you're doing bubbles because the salt will cancel out the bubbles. And bubbles, you're just in salty soap water. Ew. But a good bubble bath is a fine thing. It's not something you should do all of the time. Salt is traditionally better, but I got myself some Dr. Teal's. We are not endorsed by Dr. Teal's, but hit me up, guys. Love that stuff. Get your daily dose of magnesium one way or another. I actually got the one with vitamin D and elderberry in it because it's cold and it's cold season. So yeah, but the bubbles are representative of the foamy ocean. And after a big storm, as we have been foretelling for thus so long, how's that for you? Was it fun? And we're washing up to shore now, and we're washing up clean, and we're washing up with the foam and the bubbles of the ocean. And I wanted to bring stones into this practice as well, because a good representative of that grounding Cancer, Capricorn energy. Cancer is really the big beast of the show right now, taking center stage, loud and proud. But Capricorn is the stage itself on which Cancer stands upon to present its gifts and devotions. So bringing in select stones, I think, is going to be a really nice addition to that full moon bath ritual, is to just have the stones and the grit of the earth underneath to support these expressions, as there will certainly be expressions. I do so believe. Some faces already making faces at me. I know. Not all of those expressions are going to be so great. Some people are going to be expressing their humph. Yeah. It's okay. Everybody feels how they feel. And the most important thing is to give those feelings emotion, and emotions the time and the space to have on stage as well. Perhaps in a healthier way than just projecting your discrepancies, discretions, distractions. Hey, we got a card. It's literally judgment, face down. Not face down, but on that side and reversed. I'm just gonna pause for a moment. Just distractions. I'm speaking fast, but the message is vast. There is so much. There is an entire galaxy being born before us. And we don't always appreciate the distance between ourselves and the stars and how much truly goes into the birth of a galaxy, of a universe, of a new chapter of our lives. So, this is the opportunity and this is the time for us to pause. But this is the Egyptian representation, but this dog here is actually giving me Fenrir, the wolf that wants to devour the moon. And I think that is the feeling that's got me in a hurry, that's got me kind of in a rush to get to that safe place, to get to that pool, to get to that bath, that serene seclusion of a space. Because it feels like there is a big dog getting ready to break loose and devour all feelings. But they're so big and so bright, it's hard to imagine a beast could swallow all of that whole. So I think that it's absolutely best to sit still, to sit tight, to do like some somatic rubbing and tapping to release negative thoughts, feelings, emotions like fear, anger, worry, despair, and to just give them the room to move throughout your body and to direct them to come out, to call them out, to come to the surface, to be felt and to be let go of. This moon is all about release, and it takes a patience and an ability to gather with that King of Pentacles over the top, the ability to gather and bring all of these things together under our kingdom to examine what needs to be felt, what needs to be released, what needs to be moved. Bring your little stress relievers. Bring your whole heart. This moon is all about love. It's all about love, even though all of these cards are falling reversed, except for the Page of Cups down at my foot, who has fallen, but he is standing up. We have the Fool, the Ace of Pentacles, and Death following this judgment. Still in reverse. It gives me the seed planting vibe. Like it's a good time to plant seeds, which is funny because usually the full moon is the harvest. I'm getting True Blood. I'm hearing Bill say in my mind, the true death. The true death and renewal. This is what's being born out of love, out of the love that we give to ourselves under this Cancer moon. It is the true death, the true ending, the true beginning. It's like flipping the reset button, flipping the switch. God, be careful with switches. Be careful with switches when you're working with your mind. If you don't know which switches you're flipping, it gets it gets messy. It's messy. Well, we got the Wheel of Fortune upright and on our side. Almost forgot. But there was a page of cups. What am I gonna say there? A page of cooks? Someone might be a cook. A work in a kitchen. But don't forget what's beneath. Because again, we have so much love being stirred up, and I feel like just taking all of the love for this sweet ending and sweet beginning and wrapping it all up into a perfect little bubble. Utilize some golden aura protection visualizations right now. I think that that glowing golden bubble and summoning that around your space from your inner space is going to be another valuable practice to utilize at this time. Because when we're turned, we turn up, we ignite. Just need to recharge your batteries, feels like. Just take everything, all of the events, the troubles, the worries, the good times, the bad times, everything in between, and wrap it all up in a nice, safe little bubble. Now's the time for sorting your seeds in the season, for determining what kinds of things you're going to want to plant come spring. Maybe even start mapping out your garden, drawing out the paths, and deciding what's going to grow where and how you wish to see it grow. Taking into consideration what gets along with what energies actually are beneficial to each other and which ones are detrimental to each other. That's an important thing in planting and working with seeds in the earth as well, is some things get along great. Some plants grow together like teammates and they really help each other out, and some plants will overtake the other. They'll be no good for each other at all. It promotes that toxicity. So quiet reflection and a whole heart of love to decide what's going to be best for all of your future investments. Is it for this deck? Sorry, that was a face. Page of Swords came down reversed over this Page of Cups. It felt like a sneak attack as I turned and I made the face, because there's the devil right there. But don't worry, there's a Six of Swords right there. Like I said, I just feel like that hot big beastie energy, like just hot on our tail, trying to devour. Like what is this guy doing coming down on this page of cups? And sword like literally is piercing into this tortoise's back, like it wants to break its foundation, its stability, its grounding. And that's why we probably need some more cards, huh? Steampunks? Steampunks? Perhaps? I know I have our pagan tarot that we've been playing with more regularly, just sitting out here with the world card facing me. Its energy is present, but I thought I'd give it a little break. Felt like calling on some different imagery. See what happens. We'll find out. We'll find out. Okay. Give it another one. We'll keep going. I hadn't even realized that I turned the devil back down on its face. I flipped the deck and put the Six of Swords over top. Like, nah. Nah. Nah, we're not hanging around and really entertaining that kind of beastly energy anymore. We did have an Ace of Swords. We have an Ace of Swords and a King of Swords dropping out close by our side as well. Like the vigilance and I want to say paranoia, but I also don't feel like it's necessarily unwarranted with all of the artillery that I'm feeling present in the area. It's like warring countries and the people are just trying to plant their crops and grow their food, and some other, you know, country some other countrymen come over and just destroy the farmlands to wreak havoc and cause terror. And this king is just writing it all down. Records show that these are the events that are going to happen, and this is why we keep our sword close at our side. Regardless of where we go, we won't tolerate that kind of maliciousness. We will fight, but it's not the choice. Sorry, trying to catch that thought. Where did you go? Somewhere in there. We will fight for what's right, and we will write it down after the fact to maintain those records and keep a score. It's not fun to keep score. Oh no, I turned the sword, Page of Swords, who was reversed. I turned his sword a little bit just because I was kind of trying to shift him away, and I went down on the turtle's head, and I was like, no, no, don't get the turtle. Don't do that, no. Yeah, I don't know. There was just a lot of like overwhelming emotions of like wanting to keep something safe and being well prepared to fight with either the sword or the pen, to present yourself down and dirty if the situation calls for it, but also to be wise conductive. I'm getting conductive, like a conductor of like an orchestra or a train, or like a train, definitely. Okay, steam engines rolling. We do have the steampunks out after all. Um, yeah, because now it feels like this king is planning out what stops we're going to make at the station. This is, again, that organization and placing the stops in the station wherever is going to serve the people best, not just oneself, but where the most people are going to, coming from, and taking all of that into consideration and acting swiftly and smoothly. get yourself into some water and do some real self-love practices through this moon. It's going to be very valuable. Ace of Pentacles and the Hierophant. You know, she's right. Every act should be done with love and not with maliciousness. Plant every seed with the intention and the hope for its best growth. Even the seeds that you cast out, you hope are strong enough to survive the wilds, and it's where they would prefer to be. Some things thrive better in the wild. Some things that you let go and release are better there. That's where they're supposed to be, and it's okay. Even if it hurts to separate, that's where it needs to grow. That doesn't mean you can't go see it once in a while, but some things need their space. Some things need their time and their room. So rather than being vicious or malicious about how you cast out the bad seeds, putting intention into how you are going to reuse them. Maybe they're just chicken feed. Okay. Maybe some of those seeds are just chicken feed and you gotta let them go. But yeah, just organizing and putting everything into its proper place and space. Knowing and growing. That's it. We're going to pull a Queen of the Moon Oracle because I know we're just going to keep recycling. I could pull out another deck and we could still get the same map and the same roads. There's nothing we can do about it. I kept those so close today, didn't I? Nearby. I didn't intend on having to pull out so much. You may not intend on pulling out so much from yourself through this Cancer moon, but just remember that it's a big feeling. It's a big, vast ocean of a lot of feelings that want to come onto the surface and be expressed. So giving them those light, bubbly entrances and bringing the fun and the joy into those practices and experiences and really growing that circle of love around your space. I'm just looking at the circle in the middle of the garden here. The center place in space where you keep your heart is the most important thing to remember. Is to keep your heart safe and happy and all of the life around it thriving. Ooh, cut. I like cutting the deck. Let's get to the point. Had a lot of swords. Card number 13. Will. This is all about cultivating the worth and will of your own self. This love practice is giving yourself that crown and honoring yourself in those high places and spaces. Putting yourself on your own pedestal, not on somebody else's, but standing up on your own stage and presenting what you have. It's going to take a level of will, regality, and drive and courage to get out there and express these things authentically, genuinely, and with a whole heart of love. But that's why we have these practices, to hold space for all of the feelings that we have and giving them direction, giving them an opportunity to live and thrive in a healthy way through our environment. It's a great release. It will take time, it will take fortitude, and it will take your will to survive and to thrive on your own. I know you can do it. Give yourself a good hug. Release on the bottom. Card number 27. The 4 to the 9. And the 9 is a natural. This is our opportunity to release what holds us back so that we can drive our will forward to the space and place that we want to see ourselves. Thanks, kids. I hope you have a fantastic moon. We'll see you next time.